I had Derek Lunsford winning, Nick Walker in second, Martin Fitzwater in third, William Bonek in fourth, and Michael Krizo in fifth. And I got my prediction 100% correct. And you know who didn't get it right? Fuad Abiad, Ian Valier. They had Nick Walker winning. Saying, hey, Dennis James too. I guess he had Nick Walker winning. But Chris Cormier, Milos, Sean Ray, hey, even Bob Ciccarello, Coach Abdullah, I'll give you a shout out. Phil Clayhar, give you a shout out. You all had Derek Lunsford winning. I'm going to tell you why Nick Walker lost. He lost because of that. That big bubble gut that you look at right now. At the end of the day, the best man won, and this man is Derek Lunsford. He is the Triple Crown champion. He owns that title, the Grand Slam of bodybuilding. All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Muscle Discord, and I'm going to do my 2025 Pittsburgh Pro Finals recap. And man, am I a happy camper right now. Because the prediction, my final prediction that I made on Thursday before this show, I had Derek Lunsford winning, Nick Walker in second, Martin Fitzwater in third, William Bonek in fourth, and Michael Krizo in fifth. And I got my prediction 100% correct. And you know who didn't get it right? Fuad Abiad, Ian Valier. They had Nick Walker winning. Saying, hey, Dennis James too. I guess he had Nick Walker winning. But Chris Cormier, Milos, Sean Ray, hey, even Bob Ciccarello, Coach Abdullah, I'll give you a shout out. Phil Clayhar, give you a shout out. You all had Derek Lunsford winning. And I'm going to tell you right now, this went to a third confirmation final round between Derek Lunsford and Nick Walker. And I'm going to tell you why Nick Walker lost. He lost because of that. That big bubble gut that you look at right now. Nick Walker, I know you're watching. I know you're going to see this. You need to control your midsection in between the poses. You looked really good at this competition, but you screwed yourself in the transitions with that gut that you know you have. You know you have it, Nick Walker. It's there. I see it. I'm not blind. You see it, but you didn't control it. And you lost. And now you got to do another show. Now you got to go to the New York Pro. Now you maybe got to go to the Cali Pro. And you got to keep competing, all because you couldn't keep your stomach tight. It was tight. It was tight, bro. You could have done this. It's tough. Because as we go through these poses, Nick Walker looks good. I had it tied. I had it tied before the judges announced that they had it tied. Okay? I gave Nick Walker the front double bicep. Even though I really like Derek's front double bicep, I gave it to Nick. Front lat spread goes to Derek Lunsford. Side chest, I gave it to Nick. Even though I think it should go to Derek, I gave it to Nick. Back to a bicep, give it to Derek. Rear lat goes to Derek. Side tricep, I'm giving it to Derek, but a lot of people are giving it to Nick. Ab and thigh, I give that to Nick. Innermost muscular, again, the midsection, Derek or Nick, you need to keep that tight. That eventually does go to, again, look at the midsection, guys. And I got to even say, Nick Strength and Power, I love you. And I watched your prejudging wrap up and you switched. You gave in, bro. You caved to the pressure. No, not the pressure. But you switched, and I didn't switch even after prejudging. I kept it the same. Nick Strength and Power, he went over to the dark side and went for Nick Walker. I didn't. I held true, and I got my prediction 100% correct. Top 5, 100% correct in this show, which is like, who can predict a show when there's Crizzo and there's Martin and there's Bonac in the lineup, man? That's tough. It's tough. But I got it right. And I was getting trolled in the live stream in the comments. Like, oh, Matt, you're delusional. You're delusional. Nick Walker's winning this. There's no way to do. Like, okay. I just kept my cool and I kept doing the analysis. I kept breaking down pose for pose. And I was right. And this is why you see here the issue at hand that we thought was fixed, but I guess he did a good job hiding it in the poses. But outside the poses, case in point, checkmate, he's got a bubble gut. We see it in the tank tops when he's walking around and he lets it hang out. We see it, but maybe we try to look past it. At the end of the day, I give kudos to Nick Walker. He looked good in the poses. In the poses, he looks good. He really improved in the poses. When the waist, look at the waist. That looks pretty tight, man. That's not bad. There's nothing wrong right there. For the most part, it's pretty good. In the side poses, he's kept keeping it tight. Right? It looks good. That pose, not so much. So, it is what it is. We'll take a look at some of the video. Martin, now a lot of people are pissed off that Martin got third. I am also pissed off. I think Bonac should have gotten third. I'm going to share this screen here. Take a look at Martin. Now, we all saw Martin come in the prejudging, and he was just off. He even made a post saying, I'm sorry, guys. I fucked up. I disappointed you. Not sure what happened with him because he looked crazy 3 weeks out in that video he posted the other day. And I was like, oh, maybe I need to switch my prediction. But I didn't. I kept him in third. And thank God I did because I got my predictions right. But, man, like, what a letdown. Because he's like, Nick Walker ain't beating me. Well, Martin, Nick Walker beat you. Probably pretty handily. So, I don't know where you're going next. He's already qualified, but maybe he'll go to New York to try and redeem himself and beat Nick. Because that's where Nick Walker's headed. He'd be stupid not to. He'd be stupid not to go there. There you see the waistline as well. It's very, very clear. He doesn't have a structure like Derek Lunsford. He doesn't have the pretty shape like Derek Lunsford has. Or even Martin Fitzwater. And he brings the nasty. He brings the mass. He brings the freak factor. But he doesn't bring the aesthetically pleasing factor. And that's what holds Nick Walker back. I mean, that's what it is. And, you know, Jay Cutler was boxy, but he won the Mr. Olympia 4 times. But he was a consummate professional on that stage. He never let that midsection hang out. He was smiling. Tell me, when do you see any smiling on the stage with Nick Walker? He looks angry. He looks mad. And maybe that's just who he is, right? Maybe he's just kind of nervous and mad on stage and doesn't like to smile or something, but maybe he feels cheesy smiling. But I want to tell you about who smiles. Look at the night and day difference in the aura of the person when they smile. And they look like they're having fun on stage and that they actually like doing their job. Derek Lunsford likes doing his job. I'm not saying that Nick isn't having fun on stage, but at least I know Derek is having fun on stage because I can see it. He's having fun on stage. Look at that tight waist. Quarter turns looks really good on Derek because he's got a tight waist. Big chest. He improved his chest. Remember when his chest was like weak? Still kind of, it's not weak. It's, you know, but it's like, it's not a William Bonac crazy striated chest, but it's gotten bigger, man. Like, he really focused on that. He worked in the off season. He worked off time during between shows, and look what he did. And Derek's peeled as usual. And he did what he had to do to win. Now, it's close. So he needs to be a little bit concerned that it was this close to Nick Walker. But he held it together. He was always confident. He was always smiling no matter what. Even though it was close, he kept his cool. And Nick really let it go. He was worried looking on stage. It wasn't a good look. But that's pretty much everything there, guys. They don't have Bonac here. But at the end of the day, I want to wrap it up there. I don't want to make this too long. At the end of the day, the best man won, and this man is Derek Lunsford. He is the Triple Crown champion. He owns that title, the Grand Slam of bodybuilding, winning the Arnold Classic, now winning the Pittsburgh Pro. And technically, he still has to win the Olympia to get that title with the Triple Crown. He technically has it because he's already won a Mr. Olympia. But to get a Grand Slam in the same year, that's what he's going for. And he has a chance at making history and doing it. All right, guys, leave a comment below. What do you think after the analysis, after the breakdown, and I explained to you what happened here? Do you agree with me? Did Derek deserve to win the show? If you don't agree with me, leave a comment below and tell me why you think Nick Walker deserved to win this show. All right. Love you guys. Remember to like the video and subscribe. I will catch you on the next one. Peace.